Pastor John was a faithful, powerful servant of God. However, he began to grow weary of the challenges he was faced with, frustrated and angry. He went to walk alone to the river not far from his church. Then he spoke into the air, expressing his pain through not expected. But Pastor John had an encounter with a beautiful and powerful mermaid. The mermaid made a deal with Pastor John, promising Pastor John a better life of riches and wealth. The power to heal the sick, only for a little price. A price Pastor John paid for many years, until a demand was made by the mermaid. Pastor John couldn't imagine a demand that could crumble his world, as the story folds. You will find out how it all began and how it ends. But first, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give a like and turn on the notification bell for more interesting story tales from us. Now the story begins. There was a young pastor named Pastor John. He was only 34 years old, but he already had many followers. His church was small, but every Sunday the wooden benches were full. People came because he preached with power. When he prayed, the sick got well. Poor farmers became rich. Even a blind woman said she saw again after his prayer. Pastor John is a man of God, the people said. He didn't shout, but when he raised his voice, people listened. But as time passed, Pastor John began to change. He wanted more miracle in his church. He wanted to be known across Africa. He wanted cameras in his church. He wanted to fly in airplanes and wear fine suits. He wanted people to kneel before him and call him Daddy General Oversee. He prayed every night, "God, make me great. Make me powerful." But he felt nothing. Then one night, Pastor John went to the deep and wide nearest river to pray. He stood on a rock and lifted his hands. "Oh God," he said, "why have you not answered me? Why am I still small? I want to grow. I want to be powerful." Suddenly, the wind changed. The river made a loud noise, like a roar. The water started to spin. A bright light came out of the middle of the river. And then he saw Mermaid, woman of the river. She rose from the water slowly. Her skin was light and shiny. Her eyes were deep and blue like the river. Her hair flowed down her back like black silk. Pastor John stepped back in fear. Who are you?" he asked. She smiled. "Don't be afraid. I am the Queen of the river. I have been watching you. I know what your heart wants." He stood frozen. His Bible almost dropped from his hand. "You want power," she said. "I can give it to you." Pastor John swallowed. "Power? Are you a spirit?" "I am more than that," she said. "I am a mermaid. I give riches, power, and fame to those who serve me." He looked around. No one else was nearby. The trees were still. The river quieted. "What do you want from me?" he asked. She laughed softly. "Just a small thing. Every month, you must give me one life. One soul. One person must die." His eyes widened. "That's wicked." She stepped closer. "You will choose who dies. It can be anyone. A beggar. A drunk man. A stranger. I will not ask you how. Just bring the soul, and your church will grow like never before." Pastor John was silent. His heart beat fast. He thought of his small church, his torn shoes, his empty bank account. Then he saw something. A vision. He saw a big church with gold lights. He saw crowds calling his name. He saw money, cars, buildings. He saw a big plane with his name on it, John's Power Ministries. When the vision faded, he turned to her. "What if I say no?" The mermaid's eyes turned red. "Then go back to your poor life. Go back to your small church and wait for death." He looked down. Accept the power." She smiled. "Good. Your power begins tomorrow." She gave him the power. She told him to return the first soul after 7 days. Then she disappeared into the river. The next morning, Pastor John woke up early. He felt strong. He looked at his hands. They looked the same, but something inside him felt different. He walked to his church. It was just a small building with wooden walls and an iron roof. But when he entered, he saw something strange. The church was full. People were standing outside, waiting to enter. "Mama Grace," one woman shouted. "She can walk again." Pastor John touched her legs. "Mama Grace," someone asked. "She has not walked in 5 years." People started crying. Some knelt down. Others shouted, "Power! Power of God!" But Pastor John just smiled. Deep in his heart, he knew it was not from God. It was from the mermaid. From that day, things changed. Every Sunday, new people came. They came from other villages. Some came with buses. They gave big offerings, money, food, even cows. Within a month, Pastor John bought a new car, a white Jeep. He also bought new clothes, shiny shoes, gold watches, and long suits. He changed his name to Prophet John. Some called him Superpower, but some people called him Daddy Power. He no longer stayed in the village. He built a big house near the river. It had a tall fence, a generator, and a water tank. He even brought in guards. But inside that fine house, every month, one terrible thing happened. He gave a life. Sometimes it was a beggar. Sometimes it was a madman. One time, it was a woman who came to the church alone. No one noticed when she disappeared. Pastor John gave the soul to the mermaid, and in return, he grew more powerful. But slowly, terrible things started to happen in the village. Children started falling sick. Farmers said their crops died overnight. Rain refused to fall. A strange smell came from the river. One night, the oldest woman in the village, Mama Tay, who was almost 100 years old, came to the village square. She shouted, "Something is wrong in this village. The river is angry. People are dying." The village head called a meeting. "We must find out what is going on," he said. "The river was quiet before, but now it smells. It cries at night. It takes people." But no one suspected Pastor John. He still preached. He still healed. He still smiled. But only he knew the truth. Then, one day, something strange happened. A small girl named Mercy came to the church. She was only 7 years old. She had a big sore on her leg. Her mother brought her in. "Please, Prophet John," the mother said, "pray for my daughter." He touched the girl's head and prayed. But the girl started shaking. She fell to the ground and began to scream. People tried to hold her, but she shouted, "There's blood! There's blood on the altar! He is not a real pastor. He gives people to the river woman." Everyone froze. "Who is speaking?" one man asked. The girl's eyes turned white. Her voice changed. "I am the spirit of the boy he threw into the river. I am the beggar he gave." The church went silent. The mother grabbed her daughter and ran out. People began to whisper. Some looked at Pastor Amos with fear. Some left the church and never returned. That night, the mermaid came again. She rose from the river and looked angry. Her eyes were red. "You let them see the truth," she said. "You let the dead speak." Pastor John fell on his knees. "I didn't know. I didn't call the spirit." "The village is asking questions," she said. "They are watching you. They are close to finding out." "What do I do?" he cried. "Give me a bigger soul," she said. "A special one. Or I will take yours." Then she disappeared. Now the river no longer sang, it listened and waited. Continue to watch out the concluding part of this story. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like and ensure to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the interesting stories like this.